Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lifting with Friends. I'm Mr. Rogers. This is Barney the Dinosaur.
And I'm Mr. T.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Strength Students Podcast. That's what this show really is. I'm your co-host, Steve Cardy.
I'm your other co-host, Nick Scopoletti.
Word. And we are talking about steroids today, guys. Serious subject. Don't smile when you talk about it or think about it. Serious.
We're injecting some knowledge in you.
You
guys.
have to be serious. Hey, now.
Oh.
Sounds like a juicy topic.
Oh.
Damn, we don't even need to go into dad jokes. Just nailed it right there.
All right, fuck the dad jokes.
All right, so dad jokes for today.
No.
What did one bird say to the other bird on New Year's?
What?
Boy, that year really flew by.
No.
Nailed it.
I'm so mad.
So how's it going, man? How's your meal you just ate before what'd you have?
Ground turkey, salsa, and an avocado.
Nice.
Trying to finish it out.
Training's going well?
It's all right. No, it's going well. Everything's going well. Just, figuring some stuff out. What about you? You got your meet coming up.
Dude, yeah. Weightlifting meet coming up November 19th, so I'm pretty pumped for that. I'm doing an 8-week lifting cycle right now, weightlifting.
Back in the saddle again.
I banged up my elbow a little bit. I think there's a little inflammation going on there. I'm gonna play with the volume. I'm gonna take away some volume, which is legal, boys and girls. Legal. You could take stuff out of your training if you feel like it's too much. Because at this rate, if I just keep going like this, I'm probably gonna
explode,
die off. So I'm gonna take some volume out.
Just like the dinosaurs.
Take some volume out, just like my hair after high school. Quick announcements here, guys. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube page. Go ahead and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. And then to our car.
Oh, damn it.
Make sure you guys go ahead and give us a 5-star review on iTunes, 5-star review on Stitcher. We really appreciate the feedback, guys. So, leave comments, leave likes, leave dislikes if you don't like it, which you probably don't. You probably do like it.
I don't like it.
Well, there we go. First bad review. Any other announcements? You got anything you want to announce?
Not really. Oh, I'm going to Shadow Tony Gentlecore Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Up in Boston.
Nice. We've talked about him on our show before.
Literally, like a whole episode was on one of his articles.
Yeah, pretty much. Nice. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, he worked at the gym in Ridgefield for a little bit.
Did he?
He knows
No
my
shit.
He knows my boss, old boss.
Cool.
So
so you got the connect, kind of.
Him and Eric Cressy worked there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Crazy. So,
Nice.
yeah,
So
I'm very excited. He's just, I like his stuff. He's like a perfect blend of like knowledge stuff, perform better, PRI, movement, and like meathead shit. It's
I love your balls.
He could deadlift like 570.
Damn.
Dude's pretty solid. So
Teach me your ways.
yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Very exciting stuff coming up. I think it's time to slide in some DMs right now. Slide in some DMs, send some news. Just like good millennials. No face-to-face conversation here. We're all digital, baby.
We're just trying to show you our dicks.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, our news. What? All right, so our news that we're sending you guys this week, what is it? You give it to us.
From T-Nation, shocking.
Sorry, we've only done one other one.
Yeah, I just love T-Nation. This is a great article on push-ups. It's called The Best Damn Push-Up Article, period. Brett Contreras wrote it.
Brett Contreras, the glute guy.
The glute guy wrote about push-ups, yeah. He knows other body parts. Yeah, he does a lot of like the, I really nerded out on like the EMG studies on T-Nation. Like he did like the best damn shoulder workout, the best damn leg workout. And he just like basically just seeing like what exercises make the muscles fire the most.
Oh, dope. I like that.
Things you wouldn't think, like some weird like for lower body, especially for a lower body, like a rack pull activates your hamstrings more than RDL. Weird. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
Right? So there's things like that. But for this article, it was about push-ups. And they were talking about like the tricep and serratus and chest activation is like the amount of pressure and torque you create doing just push-ups. Like they're like, oh, push it. They kind of get thrown to the side, you know. Like people want to do fucking flying ring dips and bench press.
Flying ring dips. Muscle up. Come see the flying ring dips.
Rename that shit. CrossFit.
Come see the magical flying ring
You're
dips.
welcome, Greg Glassman. So but I'm saying, like, there's basically the whole article is about like how the simple movement kind of got like shit on. Like, you know, Nick talked about, you know, body weight movements. Oh, it's not gonna, but it activates a fair amount of your muscle fibers. And just the way you can place your hands different ways.
Yeah, word.
And it's just serratus activation, which most people are rolled forward. Serratus gets locked up and stuff like that. That's where you get that shitty forward posture, and the push-up can activate your serratus. It's one of those things. So if you don't know what a serratus is, Google Rocky IV, and then look at Sylvester Stallone's right here, his little ab, right in the right where your rib cage is.
Looks like a little bar graph down there.
Pretty much. Yeah. If you want to know what a real serratus looks like. And that's
Good shit. Nothing wrong with body weight movements.
No.
All right.
They're hard.
So what are we talking about today? We're talking about steroids.
PEDs.
The fourth thing you need to know about steroids, guys. All right. So we're going to take a quick break, as is tradition. You know that South Park episode?
No.
They're like making fun of like Canadians, and after everything they say, they're like, "As is tradition."
When you see a girl, she farts in your mouth. One of those.
So we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the four major things you need to know about steroids. Don't laugh. It's serious. Steroids are serious.
Russia.
They can kill you.
No,
they can't. Okay, we'll be right back. Want more of the Strength Students podcast? Go check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and on Stitcher. Stitcher, I just met her. And we are back, everybody. We're back talking about the most serious thing anyone could ever talk about and not be able to joke about or talk about lightly is steroids.
Yes.
Or AKA juice, AKA test.
AKA the juice.
AKA steroids. All right, so steroids, man. We're talking about
drugs.
What are the four things you need to know about steroids, okay? Number one is, what are steroids? Okay, I think that's a pretty good place to start. So, Nick, our resident steroid expert / former user. What is steroids? What are steroids?
Steroids are derivatives of hormones, usually, in most cases. Most basic ones are like testosterone, and you know it's all pretty much based around testosterone. Those are what steroids are made from. Now, there are designer steroids.
So you're injecting testosterone into your body.
Yes, or taking a pill.
Or yeah, exactly.
We'll get to that though. But
testosterone's already in your body.
Yeah, so steroids are derivatives of the hormones we already have in our body, like testosterone, growth hormone, things like that. There are designer steroids that are a little bit more intense and more different, and I was too scared to take those, so I didn't. I stuck with basic stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what hormones are, or with steroids are, and they're just either put into a injectable form or a pill form for consumption. And that's what a steroid is, pretty much.
Word. So a steroid is essentially just testosterone.
Yeah, there's tests. There's things like tren that are super strong they used to give to horses. There's things like equipoise they used to give to horses. There's derivatives of it. There's different types of tests, too, with longer half-life. So, for example, there's test-cypionate and test-enthanate. Those are longer esters. They last a little bit longer in your body, so less injections. That's more for like a mass building type phase. I took propionate because it's every other day, shorter half-life, and what I was told at the time was it was to help lean out a little bit. So they all have different half-lives or when you inject them into your body, and they're all different. There's just it's all altering the molecule. For example, things like, we won't get into this too much, but a prohormone, like remember back in the day, people remember like Halodrol or Superdrol or any of those draws, right, that they sold in GNC for a month, then they got banned. They were like a couple molecules off of like actual testosterone. So it's just about changing. They're all just derivatives of hormones. So that would be considered a steroid.
Word. Okay. So, number 2 thing we should know here: what are they doing in your body, right? So, we've gotten to the point of where it's actually in our body. What is actively happening physiologically now inside your body with roids, aka juice, aka thunder sips?
No one calls it that. So yeah, when you inject steroids in your body, or so we'll just use testosterone because that's the one I've taken. For example, you inject testosterone in your body. Your body is always trying to maintain homeostasis, right? It's always trying to stay even keel, nothing too wild, nothing too much going on. So when you inject testosterone into you, your body says, all right, well, I don't have to make it anymore because there's all this extra around. So you will shut off or at least lower your natural testosterone quite a bit. So, yeah, that's what they pretty much do in your body. That's as far as the hormone level. So there's also, the increases amount of red blood cells. You repair faster. That's literally all steroids are there for. They are to help recover quicker so you can do more. That's it. That's as much. It sounds ridiculous. People think they take all like these fancy. I got to take all this juice and all this steroids. Like, oh, what are they doing? It's literally just helping you recover. It's helping you recover. It's helping you hit more sessions, having you hit more training more often.
So what's not happening is you're injecting or taking steroids, and it's just like making your muscles bigger and stronger. That's not what's happening.
I mean, that happens along with it. That will happen. It's going to happen. But again, it depends what you take. There's some that are pretty tame. If you're just injecting testosterone at like a pretty low dosage, maybe even like a hormone replacement dose, it's not going to be that wild. If you're taking 1,000 milligrams or more, or like what the pros take, yeah, there's going to be there's going to be some results. And also there's, I will say this about bodybuilding. There's some non-responders out there. There are guys that have taken stuff. Everyone is very different. You could take 2 guys that lift together, that train together, and one guy takes stuff and one guy doesn't, or they both take stuff, and the one and one's a pro bodybuilder and one's not. You have to have the this is why I'm just going on a little tangent here. It just kind of drives me nuts. Like, you have to have the base and the genetics to a certain degree. You cannot just take steroids and develop this beautiful, amazing body. It doesn't happen like that. There's some guys that take it and they'll always look like an NFL linebacker or like a D lineman. Like, they'll never look like a professional bodybuilder. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought right now. But just
you're talking about non-responders.
Yeah, non-responders. There's people that do take stuff and have the worst side effects, and we could get to that later. I didn't experience too many weird side effects, so it varies person to person.
Well, no, yeah, I think this is a good time to hit that point, actually. So we kind of talked about physiologically what's going on in your body. So as far as side effects, we talked about the useful side effects. Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. The useful and the harmful side effects, or potentially harmful side effects. Go into that a little bit.
Harmful side effects, there are your estrogen can get too high. I've heard of guys that they have stuff, they start lactating, they have stuff that comes out of their nipples.
Which estrogen is the female sex hormone.
Right.
Testosterone is
your estrogen's going to go up regardless when you're taking that much hormones, and it needs to be up just to kind of be in balance. But there is, they talk about acne. They talk about roid rage, which is kind of bullshit. Yes, you'll be more aggressive, but if you're already an asshole and you take steroids, you're going to be more of whatever you are. You're going to be more of an asshole. If you're not happy and then you start taking steroids, yeah, you're going to be more aggressive, and you don't just turn into this psychopath. But, there are side effects. It shuts down your natural testosterone, which, as we've talked on this show, me personally, I took them at such a young age that it possibly could have fucked me up for life, and I'll have to be on hormone replacement. So, yeah, don't take them when you're 15. There's definitely some side effects, but those are like the big main ones. It shuts down your natural testosterone production. Some stuff with cardiovascular, diseases later in life, but there's no instantaneous effects, really. It's not like doing too much heroin or cocaine and all of a sudden you're dead. Like that doesn't happen. Yeah, those are some of the negatives. You want me to get into the positives?
Yeah. Like why, what would be the useful
So
side effects?
this is, again, I took them ages 15 and 19 to play high school football. Probably not the smartest reason to take steroids, right? In hindsight, for sure. Very dumb. Now, the reasons to take them, and you'll ask people, and they'll be like, oh, I really want to take steroids. Like, why? Ask them why. Well, I just want to, get bigger. It's like, okay. But are you willing to, possibly take a couple years off your life and have, stuff later on that might happen to you just to be bigger? Now, if you want to be world class or you want to be the best bodybuilder ever or you want to be the best powerlifter, yeah, you're probably gonna have to dabble in that. And I guess the side effects are greatness. No, I'm kidding. So those are the positive side effects. It will help you recover faster. You'll be able to do more. You will get, I
think that's one of the big things that people should know is, like you were saying before, yes, there are physical repercussions, but for the most part, what taking testosterone is doing is it's allowing you to come back quicker to the next workout, which is ultimately allowing you to lift more weight at a higher volume, at higher intensity, which just like training without steroids gets you bigger and stronger. It's just kind of making the rate a little more rapid,
right?
Kind of make it a little more faster.
Yeah, I mean it's. People look at it like this.
Did you experience that? Like when you took it, was it like, were you like super sore and fucked up, or were you just like ready to go immediately?
The amount of increased red blood cells, I had to do a lot of steady state cardio to just feel good. You don't feel good when you're and again, that could be my thing. I didn't have the other weird side effects, but I know I felt pretty terrible. I did not feel good while I was on them. You just feel like, it's harder to breathe and it's harder to do stuff, and you have to do cardio and things like that in order for me to lift. I definitely recovered faster. I definitely got big super quick, depending on certain things I took. The oral steroids usually work faster.
Did you personally get bigger faster or stronger faster, or both?
I think a little bit of both. I got a little bit stronger, but I definitely got noticeably bigger when I took them. That was probably that was my experience with that.
Interesting. Okay. So drawbacks and useful benefits, right? So there is a positive and a negative.
There's a positive, there's a positive and negative to everything.
Yeah,
I think
right.
In any any facet of life.
I don't disagree. All right, the third thing we should know about steroids. What are the different types of steroids? Okay, so that's the third point here. What are the different kinds? So go into that a little bit. You know this a lot better than I do.
Well, I only could talk about what I've taken. So I'll talk about there's testosterone, there's DECA, there's Winstrol, D-ball. I took a form of andro and took growth hormone. So
those are all testosterone, or
they are all andro's derivative of testosterone. Winstrol, I'm not even sure what it's derivative of. I know Winstrol was made famous because that's what Ben Johnson got popped for in the '88 Olympics.
Sounds like something you'd put in your car when your window washer fluid is fucking low or out. Winstrol.
But yeah, I can only talk about the ones I've taken. And there are.
What did you take?
I took Test, DECA. I've taken Winstrol. I've taken growth hormone. I took andro. I took D-ball. Not all at once.
Oh, so all the ones. Okay.
Yeah, all the ones I just mentioned. Those are the ones I've taken.
So what are the two types of steroids as far as putting it into your body?
There's really, I only know of injectable and oral. I don't know if there's anything weird in between, like some weird losenge. I've heard of stuff like that.
Yeah, there might, but for the most part, it's either.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff out there. I know in the hormone replacement side of things, there are lozenges that they've given people, and pellets, which is they literally inject them into your body, and they stay there for a couple months, and they just steady release. That's all weird shit. I never
kind of like a nicotine patch type deal.
Kinda, yeah. That's a good point.
Crazy.
I never got into that. I just injected and took oral steroids.
Only got into oral.
I knew it. As soon as I said it. I
knew it.
So yeah, those are pretty much the two types, and I guess the benefits or side effects.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would be the benefit, or what would be just the difference between orally taking it or injecting
so the
it?
oral steroids usually, or most likely, they work faster. They get in your system a little bit quicker. They build up a little bit faster. But the downside is they tax your liver quite a bit.
Well, I was gonna say, with that, like the higher rate of production or higher rate of working, that seems like it would. Yeah, there'd be a cost there.
Like I'll give you an example. Like I took for one of the first things I ever took was D-ball, and it was just a pill. So I was like, oh, this isn't scary. Like it's just a pill, right? I would within a month, it was like 15 pounds of muscle. It was crazy. It was
That's insane.
Just like strong. Everything was like just 15 pounds, like that. But then when you go off of it, you got to keep lifting, and you definitely lose stuff pretty quick too. It doesn't. Some of it stays, but not all. With the injectable, it took a lot more time to kind of build up in your system. I know some guys, some close friends of ours, that one of them who competed, and when he started a cycle, he took the oral steroid D-ball with testosterone as well to get him bigger quicker, and then he stopped the oral once the liquid kind of took, or the injectable took him the rest of the way. But the oral steroids, things like Anadrol, or they're so intense. They just have a lot of the orals are the worst. I think they have the worst side effects. I definitely
makes sense.
Yeah, just things.
It's got to go through a process to get to your
bloodstream.
It's
going through. Yeah, it's going through your liver.
Injectables, it's just going right to your bloodstream.
Yeah, I had some weird things where like my pee would just smell terrible, and some stomach things, and I was like, I don't know.
Not good.
Yeah, I was like, but I'm big. My stomach hurts.
So if you're gonna do steroids, kids, you should probably inject them.
Not kids. If you're like 25 and up.
All right, and then the fourth thing that we should know about steroids is should you or shouldn't you take them, right? So this is like obviously super highly debated all the time, like 100% of the time super debated. And honestly, it's kind of your discretion, man. Like it's not something that it's not a black and white thing. Like steroids are bad or steroids are good. It's just what do you want out of it? Are you a professional athlete? Are you a professional powerlifter? Is strength and speed like how you make your money or your profession? Are you trying to be a champion? Are you trying to, what are you trying to do? Like if that's the case, then yeah, you should probably take a performance enhancing drug. What's the Louis Simmons quote? What's the Louis quote?
If you're going to be in a sport that's based on your performance, why wouldn't you take performance enhancing drugs?
I mean, it makes sense.
But the thing is,
especially now, everyone for the most part, the top athletes or top lifters, whatever sport or thing you want to talk about. I mean, everyone's pretty much doing it, so it's like you would then have to do it to compete with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always like, I definitely lean one way on this, and I'm not saying like, oh, everyone professional athlete takes steroids. It's like, yeah, they might. You don't know. I think it's tough because like it's also an illegal substance. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's
true.
Like, oh, it's not like this, this huge drug habit that turned into like this big problem. And,
right.
You don't hear, I haven't heard of guys that are, asking people for money or broke or that are looking for steroids. It's usually other drugs, a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
They're more mentally addictive than I would say physically.
True.
I would say, I'm always torn on this because there's sports. People look to sports as like this moral high ground. In their own lives, they'll take anything and whatever. But if a professional baseball player, professional football player wants to take a substance to make more money, which I don't think anyone in this country would say no.
True.
Like, here's a pill. This is going to make you the best accountant, and you're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to support your family better. You can send your kids to college. Who doesn't take that in this country?
It's called Adderall. And the one last thing I want to kind of add too is like, be open about this shit, man. I hope we could eventually, and I think we're getting towards it, but get to this point where if you are using this stuff or taking it, then just be open about it, because that's what's going to bring change. That's what's going to spark change. Yes, I understand it is illegal, but if you're just open about it, if you're candid about your use, and people who do take this stuff are open and candid about it, then that's working towards it just being, whether it be legal or okay, like let's just start being open about it. Don't deny it. If you're taking steroids, don't deny it. Just be open about it.
I think there needs to be more education on it too.
Yeah, I agree.
If I think a guy like Dorian Yates, 6-time Mr. Olympia, was very open about it on Joe Rogan, and I think it helped a lot of people. Like he even said, he goes, he took him for 12 years under doctor supervision because he had a chance to become he was one of the best bodybuilders in the world. And he knew that opportunity, and he knew what he had to do to get there.
Word.
And he goes, if you're not trying to be the best in the world at something, then I don't understand why you would take them. That's what he said. He goes, I don't get it. This guy made his career, but that was his choice,
Yeah, true.
And one point I also want to bring up, too, and maybe this might be a little controversial, but, Mark Bell brought this up, and this always sticks out in my mind so much. You can go to a doctor right now and say, I want to be a woman. So I'm a man. Go in there and say, I would like to become a woman. I want to transition. They will give you hormones to start you on that path. But if I went in there and said, I want to be the best bodybuilder ever under your supervision, I want you to look at my blood work every couple months, and I want to take these hormones and try to be the best bodybuilder, powerlifter, anything, baseball player, football player, but I want your medical supervision. They'll tell you to get the hell out of their office. Right? There's not many doctors that would sign up for that.
Yeah, right. So not even that deep though. Like if you have low testosterone and you're an older male, you could just go get testosterone from the doctor, right? And I think that might be the big issue. I think that's why it's illegal, is because it is sold as a pharmaceutical.
Right.
Right. So if it can be bought elsewhere and not bought through a pharmaceutical company or through a doctor, then it's going to be illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anything else? We're about to lose this camera. All right, guys. Those are our 4 things you should know about steroids. And we will be right back.
I think.
No, yeah, we will.
Okay.
Be right back. Want more of the Strength Students podcast? Go check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and on Stitcher. Stitcher, I just met her. Welcome back, everybody. Strength Students podcast here. We're talking about the most serious thing anyone could ever talk about in their life.
Cancer.
Steroids.
Oh.
So our episode today, guys, the 4 things you should know about steroids. Hope you liked it. And today, our closing segment here, we're going to do something pretty important. Okay, we're going to
important day, apparently.
Some people are about to really, really get thrown under the bus. We're gonna go into a segment called PEDs or not. Okay, we're gonna go through some people who we know for a fact or speculate are on PEDs or steroids, and we're about to throw them under the bus. Okay, you guys are all about to get called the fuck out. Okay, so I'm about to name some people, and you're gonna give me the news. Give the good people the news. All right, Batman.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think Batman's on juice. I think he's just fueled by the rage of his parents being killed.
Okay, I could buy that. I don't know, man. Like
he's
Bruce
a billionaire.
Wayne, billionaire. He's got the money, dude.
He's got the money to have a great chef and have everything supplements perfect.
Right, so you say no.
He doesn't have to. He has everything.
I say yes. I mean, listen. You got Lucius Fox, making all the gadgets and shit. Like, come on, dude. They're making some sort of like fucking steroids that he puts in his tea or something like that.
Alfred just gave him that green drink in the morning. I know that.
Word. All right, next. Every NFL referee.
Just Ed Hockley.
No, dude. They're all on it now, dude.
Are they all jacked?
You seen the fucking NFL referees lately, dude? Every time they lift their arms up in some sort of penalty call, jacked.
Really?
They're definitely using all of the NFL referees. It's like a initiation thing. Like, oh, here's your manual. Here's your
Ed Hockley's
your
like,
hat,
here you
here's
go.
your shirt, and here's a year's worth supply, a year cycle of fucking deep ball.
Either that, or they're just like, man, I look like shit on national TV every week. They saw it.
Probably look jacked.
They all got in shape this off season.
Wonder Woman.
Maybe the Lanavar. Yeah.
You think so?
She's taking a little something.
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, she's freakish. She's got some
she's been
freakish
living
ability.
forever.
But she is an Amazon woman, and that's a different breed. By the way, if you're gonna go woman, go Amazon woman. If you're interested in women or just want to be a woman, you should be an Amazon woman.
Okay, Steve.
Next on our list here, Aunt Jemima.
Nah,
come on, dude.
It's all grits, baby.
Syrup gets heavy, dude.
Pancakes.
Syrup gets heavy.
No way, dude. She's from the South. She's made to play football. She probably got a lower half like a fucking like Gerald McCoy.
All right, I'm with you. Actually, yeah, she's not. She's good. She's all like comfort food diet. Like she's
just thick.
Yeah,
Country
thick.
strong.
Country strong. Yeah, true. The Ninja Turtles, all of them.
Oh yeah, openly.
Literally. That's how they were
wouldn't
made.
have a career.
They would literally just be regular turtles if they weren't on some shit.
Thanks, April.
How about Hercules?
No, dude, it's all God-given.
God-given, baby. Literally.
I don't need a lift, baby. It's God-given.
God-given, literally.
Give Booby the ball.
Oh, speaking of Booby Miles.
No. Country.
Yeah, because then he wouldn't have got hurt.
There are freaks out there.
He would have got hurt.
That's like saying like Bo Jackson took steroids.
True.
He never even lifted.
True. Yeah, that's very true.
He's from Alabama. He's a fucking animal.
That's true. Captain America.
Openly.
Yeah, openly. See, this is what we were talking about before, guys. Be open about it, right? Make a movie about it. He's literally taking steroids. In the first Captain America movie, there's a scene where they literally show the needle going in his arm. That's what steroids will do for your America.
Captain America.
You want to win World War II? Steroids.
Yeah.
That's the only way it's happening.
By the way, side note about World War II and steroids. So, like, the stuff they gave the SS, like the Nazis, the guards, to make them jacked, is the same thing they gave to Holocaust victims to regain muscle so they could live their lives.
Oh, shit.
Steroids are also used for HIV patients as a muscle-wasting disease.
Steroids are a great thing.
So, they're a miracle drug for some people.
Awesome. The Toon Squad, the whole Toon Squad from Space Jam.
The Toon Squad or the Monstars? Monstars are on.
The Toon Squad, dude. Remember at halftime? It's Mike's special stuff.
Oh,
what the fuck do you think was in there, dude?
Yeah.
There's some shit in there, bro.
Nah.
Dude, they fill it up. Bugs Bunny fills it up with quote-unquote water, takes a swig, and all of a sudden looks like Jay Cutler just stepped on stage. Dude, there's some shit in there, man. Even though in the movie they allude to the fact that it was all mental, it's all in your head, you gotta believe in yourself, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, you're ruining my childhood right now.
No, man. Toon Squad's juicing.
Nope.
Toon Squad's on some deer antler, bro.
A lot of fit aids.
Yeah. Do you have anyone? Anyone else? Anyone else we're worried about?
What about you, man? You look pretty good.
Nope.
Just God-given.
Just beard oil.
BCAAs and beard oil.
So yeah, that's it. If you guys, this is serious stuff, man. If you guys have anyone else that you know of who's on steroids or needs to be
call this
out
hotline.
There, call this hotline 1-888 strength
69
steroids.
69 69
steroids with friends. That's the hotline.
It's not.
Listeners, thank you, man. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all your listens, all your views. And keep it coming, man. Keep feedback coming, likes and comments and all those things. Yes, it helps the podcast, but it also helps us, man. What you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear, what you guys like, who's on steroids, who's not on steroids, all that stuff. So keep it going, guys, and we will see you next episode.
Bye.
Deuces.
Last episode you ever hear that?
No, it's not. Deuces.
No, last one.